Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Joey, you're watching VegasDtech, and today guys, I'm back with another electric e-bike review. And today we're gonna be taking a look at the Lectric Xpress 750 back behind me here. Let's have a closer look at it. So some of the features on this bike are going to be a 48 volt, 14 amp hour battery. So to get the battery out on this bike, it's a fairly straightforward process. You'll just need to get your keys. The lock is going to be on the other side of the frame. This side right here will be your charging receptacle. On the opposite side will be where you put your key. Once you put your key in, you'll just twist it. The battery will pop into the safety position. You'll push in on the button right here and bring it right on out. And then right inside here, guys, you're gonna have a little teeny battery reference bar. If you hit this little button right here, the blue light should come on. I don't know if the camera can catch that. And that will tell you that you have a full charge on your battery. And to replace it back again, you'll just pop it right back into place. And you're good to go. Remove your key. It does not have to stay in the frame like some of the other bikes. Tied into the 750 watt motor, we have a Tourney derailleur system, anti-corrosive chain with a rubber chain guard here, guys, so it doesn't scratch the frame. On the other side of the frame, you're gonna see the motor disconnect. It's a quick disconnect that's very close, so that if you have to pull this tire off for any kind of a reason, you can get that disconnected and repaired very fast. I always like these bikes that give me a short disconnect here that makes the repair process of getting this tire out and replaced a quick and easy process. Coming over to the sprocket here, you got a dual-sided chain guard, prevent it from jumping off the sprocket. I love these pedals here, guys. It has a really quick feature on it here that you could just pull back and pull your pedals off. Very nice, sleek design, very light aluminum. And to put them back in, you'll just slide them back in, push it back into place, and it locks. Now, some people say, can I change the pedals out? Yes, you can. This piece right here will unscrew from the crank, and you'll be able to buy whatever pedals you want and screw them right into the crank set. Coming over to the forks, guys, you've got these TC80 forks here, 80 millimeters of travel, paired into these tires, which are 27-inch, 2-inch wide tires. These are going to be the Airy Sun K-rubber tires. Lectric fills their tires with a sealant. I believe it's slime that's going to give you an added level of protection in case you get a thorn or something into these tires. I like these tires right here, guys. If you take a look at the profile of this tire right here, guys, you're going to see that it's a 2-inch wide tire, which is going to make this bike very easy to pedal under your own power. As with the 4-inch wide tires, there's so much contact patch on them and they're so heavy that trying to pedal that bike on your own power is not going to be something that you enjoy doing for very long. But with this bike right here, it's actually streamlined and balanced so well with these tires that if you wanted to, or if you had to pedal it on your own, it's no problem at all. We do have 80 millimeters of travel on the fork. And if you come over here, guys, you're going to see that it comes with a preload adjustment as well as your incremental dampening. Incremental dampening I like a lot better than just the standard open and close, because you can control how much dampening you want all the way open or how much dampening you want fully shut. Coming over to the top, guys, on your handlebar, you're going to have your paddle handles right here with the lockout ring, which is going to make it very nice for you guys to find the correct angle that you want on your bike. And when you finally get that tuned in, you can lock that ring down and it's guaranteed not to shift around on you. Another thing that's really nice here are these end bars. You can actually pull these caps out and put mirrors in here if you so decide to do so. Coming over, we do have our thumb activated throttle. Up top here, you're going to have your 7-speed Shimano index thumb shifter, change your gears. Coming across here, guys, you're going to take a look at your display. Very nice, a breakaway from the Lectric's traditional monochrome design, which works very well, which is normally on the XP 3.0 and on the X Peak. But this one right here, guys, comes with a full color display, very beautiful, nice on the eyes. Right now it's very bright outside and I can see this very clearly, and it should come out pretty clear on your camera as well. Coming back around to the other side here, guys, you're going to have your same paddle grips on the left hand side here, and you're going to have your control box. It's very simple to use. You're going to have your power button, and you're going to have your power assist up, power assist down. You're also going to use the same button here to cycle through your modes, so trip meter, voltage, current, and minutes that you've had on this run, and then you'll click it back over and you'll get back to the amount of miles that you've ridden on the bike so far. To turn the lights on this bike right here, you're going to hold the power button down for a couple of seconds. As you can see right here, the lights are off, but if we hold the button down for 2 seconds, the light should come on, and as you can see, indeed they are. In addition to the front lights coming on, this also ties into your tail light, which we do have integrated into the battery here, okay? Now, it does not come with an activated brake light, which I would like to see maybe Lectric incorporate in future designs of their bikes. We do have hydraulic brakes here, guys, that work extremely well, especially when you pair them with the 80 millimeter rotors that are tied into these wheels. The Lectric Xpress 750 also comes with a torque sensor for power delivery. I do like how Lectric incorporated the reflective stripe along the wheel here. It gives you nice visibility during night riding. Nice Lectric branded cushion, two-tone seat. And I could just never get over the beautiful frame and the gradient graphics that are included on this bike. Overall, guys, the Lectric Xpress 750 is just one refined bike with all the features and benefits that you would expect of a bike in this price range. Let's go ahead and take it out, guys, onto the test track and just see how well she performs. Alrighty, guys, so we are on the Lectric Xpress 750 today, taking her on the test track out here to see how she performs. And I've had a couple of days here, man, to really put some time in this saddle. And I gotta tell you, this is my third bike that I've reviewed from Lectric. And I believe of all three of the bikes that I've had, which is the XP 3.0, the X Peak, and the Xpress, I'm having the most fun on this Xpress here. And I don't know what it is exactly. I'm trying to figure it out, but for me, it feels like the balance of this bike. The balance of this bike, man, is just amazing. The stability and the balance. And I think it really has to come down to these tires. All the other bikes that I've had have been like 4-inch wide, 3-inch wide, but I believe this is a 2-inch wide tire. And it's just like the way that it rides, it's so smooth and it's like streamlined. Yeah, that's the only word that I could put into it is, look, no hands needed, man. Just streamlined. I don't know any other way to express it. I'm normally not at a loss for words, but the balance, guys, you know what I mean? The streamlinedness of it is just so beautiful. The way it cuts, and it wants to stay up on its own. I feel like I can cut this power all the way down to 0, right? Cut it down to 0. Look, I'm just riding this bike on my own power right now. I got it in gear 7, but let's just go ahead and cut it down into a respectable gear 3. And you know what? This bike being, what, 67 pounds, you can actually pedal it, man. If your battery power ran out on this bike, this is something that you could pedal under your own power. Trust me when I tell you that if you guys have a 75, 80-pound e-bike with those big fat 4-inch wide tires and you had to pedal that thing on your own power, you are not going to enjoy it. It's going to be one miserable day for you, trust me on that. But with this right here, guys, I'm actually climbing uphill, and I'm gonna go ahead and take it down into gear number 2, and it's just a mild pedal here, and I can attribute that to these tires, man. Beautiful. I haven't really had too much time behind torque sensors. Now this bike right here pedals differently than the traditional cadence style bikes, right? With the cadence style bikes, all you merely have to do to get the bike going is rotate the crank. And when you rotate the crank, it'll give you full power for whatever pedal assist that you're in. It doesn't work like that with the torque sensor. The torque sensor is almost like a 50-50 partnership. It gives you back what you put into it, okay? All right, guys, so I have the bike in pedal assist number 1, and I'm just gonna go ahead and give it throttle and see how far it takes us. And it takes us to about 9 miles per hour, and that tops off at 9. So this is like a gentle cruising speed for, like, if you and your girlfriend or your wife wants to ride side by side, there's nobody out wherever you're at, you can ride side by side, and you guys are going slow enough here that you could just like take in the sights and actually see everything. You're not going by so fast. Power assist number 2 is going to jam you up to about, let me see here, 15. All right, so we hit about 15 on power assist number 2. And now we're gonna go ahead and flip it to power assist 3. And let's see where this takes us to. About 20 miles per hour on power assist 3. 4, 5. So it seems like 3, 4, and 5, if you are in power assist 3, 4, or 5, 20 miles per hour is all you're gonna get, guys. So what I'm seeing on this pedal assist 1, 9 miles per hour, pedal assist 2, 15 miles per hour, pedal assist 3, 20 miles per hour, 4 and 5, the same thing, 20 miles per hour, okay? So the most you're gonna get from this throttle is 20 miles per hour, period. All right, that's like class 2. If you guys wanna go beyond that and get to the 28, you're gonna have to put in work. The bike is governed, so once you hit that maximum 20 miles per hour, she's not gonna go any faster. And if you start pedaling with the throttle down, it'll cancel each other out. So what you do here is you go ahead and take the bike up to 20, she'll cut off, and then you start using your pedals, and at this point it's all you. All right, she's gonna give you all the beans based upon how much effort you put into your bike. So if you guys want to get up to 25, 6, 7, 8 miles per hour, you're gonna have to put in the work on these pedals and actually give it effort in order to get the bike to respond and give you the remainder of the power that's in that motor. Usually here on cadence bikes with pedal assist number 5, I'm able to just jam on that throttle and it'll just rocket me all the way up to the maximum speed, which is 28. Now, right now, I have it in power assist 5. We're climbing this slope up here, and there's no point in me hitting the throttle because I'm beyond what the throttle can provide me, which is what I said was 20. But if you want to get more than 20, you're just gonna have to pedal. So right now we're at 23, 24, about 24 miles per hour coming up the bridge. Dropping down to about 22, man, I'm putting in work. You know, so if you want a bike that you can actually get some exercise on, Man, guys, look. Take a look at this traffic, guys. Look at this. Look at this nonsense here. Huh? Look at that. This used to not be here. This is what California gave to Las Vegas, guys. Rush hour here, guys. As far as the eye can see, these guys are just crawling to get to wherever they got to go. However, if you guys want to bypass all this nonsense and you're within 5 miles away from work or something like that, we have plenty of these bike paths right here with no traffic, guys. None at all. You're all by yourself here. Jump on one of these Lectric Xpresses, get it into Power Assist 5, and you'll be at work in a matter of minutes. Later, guys. Yeah, so here we go, guys. I'm on the flat, doing about 26 miles per hour. I don't feel like I'm overexerting myself because of the contact patch of these tires. It allows me to cut through the wind and get this bike up and moving. And what did I say? About 67 to 69 pounds on this bike. You know, I am getting an exercise in, but on the same note, I'm not killing myself. When it comes down to motor noise on this here, when I'm actually on the motor, using the throttle, the motor sounds about average of what I would normally get from a e-bike motor. But it's funny that when I use the pedals, the sound of the motor actually sounds like it's coming up from the cranks. Just an interesting thing to point out. All right, guys, so we're gonna be coming up here on the backhand side of the bridge. I'm maxed out on my throttle. I can get no more. The rest of it is gonna be on me if I wanna climb. So I'm pushing in on the pedals, and I'm getting up to about 23 miles per hour on this here with pedal assist number 5. Coming through the bridge right now. We're gonna be making a hard left turn right down here, so we'll be utilizing our brakes right around here. Beautiful, guys. You see that? Did you hear any brake squeal whatsoever? I'm having none of that. No brake squeal. Wow. Amazing bike here, guys. I am loving this bike. Thank you, Christian, over at Lectric, for sending me this bike over to review. Man, Express 750. Unbelievable, guys. Now, this bike comes in 2 variants. The Express 500 watt motor, and this one that I have right here, which is the Express 750. You can get the 500 for $9.99 right now, and I believe that this one right here is going to be going for $1,300. Alrighty, guys, so we have arrived at the 4-degree switchback. We're gonna go ahead and do our incline test right here on this. So you got a 4-degree slope going up, and it switches back to another 4 degrees coming back the other way. Any bike that I've tested so far that can go up this thing at 12 miles per hour or higher, I consider to have a very strong climbing ability. I believe that this bike has 85 Newton meters of torque. So let's go ahead and take this bike up this ramp and see just how well she performs. All right, so we're gonna go up this incline right here, and we're gonna be just using throttle only on this, okay, guys? So 3, 2, 1, let's go. Look at this right away, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 miles per hour, man. Wow, I was not expecting that. 15 miles per hour coming up this dual switchback. All I needed was 12. Look at that, 13, 14, 14.5 on the top, 15 miles per hour on the switchback. Absolutely amazing. And the bike can turn very well. Take a look at this, guys. 12 foot wide on the turnaround. A lot of these bikes can't even make that because of the way the front forks are. But with this bike right here, no problem at all to make these U-turns. Unbelievable. Nice, nimble bike. Then we'll come back down here, guys, and do our brake test. You guys know how this works out. It was 4 degrees coming up. It's 4 degrees coming down. I'm going to hit about 12 to 15 miles per hour. Then I'm going to hit the brakes right here and see how well she performs before we go to the end of the guardrails. Let's go. So we're at 15, 17, 20 right now, and we'll go. No problems at all on the brakes, guys. Well controlled. I know that I had some skids on here, and you could just see how the skid mark came all the way from where we normally start here. This is at the 30-foot marker here, this slab. And starting from here, that brake locked up perfectly, but it gave me a control slide all the way down to the very end. Very impressive brakes on this bike, guys. Alrighty, guys, now comes the times for the pros and cons of the Lectric Xpress 750. What did I like? What did I dislike? Well, guys, man, let's just go ahead and get into the stuff of what I really like about this bike. Number one, guys, I just love the ride on this bike. The overall balance on this bike and the refined feel that you get when you get on it. Everything just works and is integrated so well. That torque sensor, you know, when you're used to a cadence sensor, I guess you get kind of lazy because all you've got to do is turn the pedal and you just go blasting. This bike right here, it repays you with the torque sensor. So the amount of effort that you apply, you will get reimbursed with motor power. And that gives you a complete different riding experience, which I found overall pleasant. Next thing I loved about this is just the tires. I mean, yeah, this is probably the biggest tire that I've reviewed so far. I think 26 was the biggest. Then they came and gave me the 27. But the difference is, guys, is just this 2-inch wide tire. The contact patch and the rolling resistance of a 2-inch wide tire as compared to a 3-inch or 4-inch, night and day. You can actually pedal this bike, right? Most of the other bikes, like I was telling you, you would not be able to pedal it. So if you ran out of power somewhere and you thought about having to pedal this bike home, oh my God, that is a nightmare. You would not want to do that. But on this bike, you can actually put this thing into a gear 1, 2, or 3, and with no power, you can still get it home and you're not going to kill yourself. So I love the fact that it's a light bike, around 65, I believe, 65 pounds on this bike right here. So it's going to be good for somebody that lives upstairs in apartments or in dorms at the university. You can get this bike in the service elevator or even lift it and carry it up the stairs and bring it home. The next thing I love about this bike, guys, is going to be the fact of how this battery is located in a very easy to remove area. Some of the other folding bikes, those are a nightmare. You got to break the bike open. You got to, you know, lift the bike, stick that key underneath there, and it's just a bunch of twisting and bending, and it's just exasperation trying to get that battery out. Like I showed you in the video here earlier here, to get this thing out, it's just 1, 2, 3, key goes in the side, it pops out the bottom, you hit the button, pull it out, slide it back in, snap it. You can bring it in your office, bring it in your school, charge it while you're in class, bring it home to make sure you have a fully charged battery for your ride home. Next thing I love about this, guys, is that torque. The torque on this thing is unbelievable. You know, I've had situations where I've had it in pedal assist 5 and I've come to a dead stop and I'm not really paying attention and I blip that throttle and the whole bike just wants to lift up and just jerk away on me like this. Now, that is scary, but it also tells me just how strong this bike is on the torque. And you've seen it on the test I had up here climbing up that. I have never had a bike that climbed as fast as this bike could. 15 miles per hour climbing up that incline. I said anything that can better 12 is considered a great bike. At 15, this is an excellent climber. And you know, the Tourney derailleur system is supposed to be the bottom end of what Shimano can offer you. And I don't know what it is, man, but a lot of the other bikes that I've seen the Tourney derailleur system on, they're really clunky, clangy, and bangy. I have to go in there and adjust it to make it work. This guy right here is the most smoothest of the 20s that I've ever reviewed, man. Butter smooth. I mean, never have I heard any of the normal clanging chain noise that you get, the clack, 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 clack. I didn't get none of that noise on this. Absolutely perfect. Dialed in right from the factory. Needed to do nothing but just get on it and ride. And it comes with that integrated guard right here, man, because you know what? However they have this thing dialed in right now, I want it to stay that way. I don't want nothing messed with, because this shifts perfectly, and that guard is going to give me that safety feature to where if I accidentally tap this against something, it's not going to mess up any of the settings that is currently set the way it is. I love it. So now, do I have anything that I don't like about the bike? Guys, look, not even trying to be a shill. It's very difficult to find things wrong with this bike. You know, without being overly critical, looking for things on the bike to be wrong, the only thing that I would like on the bike would be to have some sort of an integrated brake light. Most of these electric bikes that I see here, they come with an integrated tail light that stays on, which is nice. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, yes, it would be nice that if you're going to go ahead and put hydraulic brakes on this, just to have some type of a brake lever activated brake switch here that'll allow this thing to blink. That would be something that I could see Lectric want to put into their bikes going on in the future. One other thing, that the only thing that I disliked about this bike that kind of peeved me was right here, man. What it is here is these are two size tubes that are in this bike stem. This is smaller than this one right here, and what Lectric has done is they put some sort of a shim inside of here, like an aluminum shim. And you know, when I try to keep my bikes beautiful, because take a look at this, man. Let's just look how beautiful the bike is. I mean, powder coated frame. This is not a sticker, my friend. This is an actual graphic that has been sprayed over with clear. That is beautiful. I do not like any scratches on my bike, but on this seat post right here, I got a whole bunch of scratches on there. Why? Because as I was trying to loosen this thing up to get this seat up and down, I don't know what it was, if there was burrs or something like that was inside this little clamp insert, and it was just scraping the heck out of the bike seat, and it just made it ugly. I'm like, man, such a beautiful bike. And I came back in here with a magic marker trying to clean that up, because it just left a whole bunch of scratches inside there. So I don't know what this thing right here is, but if they could come up with a different type of an insert here that doesn't scratch the seat all up like that, because I like my bikes looking beautiful, especially when Lectric makes such a beautiful gem like this, wants no scratches on there. Alrighty guys, so that's everything I have for you on my review of the Lectric Xpress 750. If you need more information, product features and specs that I may not have covered on this review, go ahead and go on over to their website. I'll have a link to their website down in the description box below. Feel free to have a look, see if this is a good fit for you guys. I personally love this bike, and I plan to be spending a lot more time, especially now in the fall. Such a beautifully built and balanced bike. I'm going to be spending a lot more time on this bike for sure. So anyways, folks, that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for coming out and spending your afternoon with me, taking a look at the Lectric Xpress. I will catch you guys on the next video. It's Joey, VegasDtech, signing off. See you guys again. Take care now.